Hey, it's Buddy Lee. Welcome to my channel. So I hit 5k subscribers and now it's time to do face reveal. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel, all the viewers of my channel, and especially the channel members, RW Wolfermite, iChoot Parik, Kai's the T2, and the Ultimate Mediocre Player. When I started this channel, I never thought I would be sitting here at 5k subs, and it's been a really fun time, so I appreciate all you guys supporting me along the way. Now in this video, I want to go over the top 10 champs that I like to use or that are fun to play. So the first one we're going to talk about is Dr. Voodoo. So Dr. Voodoo is one of my old favorites. Back in the day I used him for almost everything. He was a really cool champion in terms of he had ability accuracy reduction, power control. You could extend debuff duration, so you could end up doing like 9-hit combos and stay really aggressive. And I loved him for a long time. He's fallen out of the meta a little, but it's actually been pretty cool using him in a couple of the Summer of Pain fights where he's been a really good option. And next on the list is Diablo. So Diablo, after his buff, has just gone from 0 to hero. He's really fun to play. His poison damage is crazy. His sustainability, if you run Double Edge and Liquid Courage, is off the charts. And what I like about him is, so for me, I don't run any points in MD, so I have to stay aggressive to try to refresh his SP3 poisons, and he's really able to do that pretty well. He can just throw his special one anytime and not be countered for it and pause those specials. So he's been really fun to use, and I'm looking forward to using him more. It'd be nice to pull a 6-star at some point and be able to rank that guy up. Next on the list is Jaguar Panther. So she came out, and I think a lot of the hype has kind of died down on her. She can be a little fragile, especially if you're gonna parry to build her Huntress charges. But I play her with Tigra, and that allows her to build her charges with intercepts, and she has one of the best intercepts in the game. Her dash attack has super long reach, and she's able to just keep intercepting and build those charges up, and then go on the hunt and do a bunch of damage. And then her cleanse ability is really nice for all sorts of different things. Encroaching stun, or just any champion that places debuffs, and then she can just use those to stay in the hunt for basically the whole fight. And the same thing she can do with evade champions, and she just maintains that huge damage. And yeah, I have a lot of fun using her when the right matchups show themselves. Next we'll talk about Dragon Man. So Dragon Man is a little bit different than a lot of the champs that I usually like to play. He doesn't have, huge damage output, but he can run his SP3 cycle and go unstoppable and just basically be invincible. So it's really fun to take down, tough matchups with him and just make it kind of almost like a joke. So he's up there. He might be my next rank 3 Mystic, which I'm looking forward to. And then we have Hitmonkey. So Hitmonkey gets a lot of people complain that he's a little squishy, which he is, but his damage output is amazing. The shrug ability that he has to shrug off debuffs goes really great with Double Edge and Liquid Courage. And I just think he's really cool. He's just a little monkey in a suit with some shades on. So I like to use him whenever I can. I've used him plenty in in Alliance War and stuff like that. He's great for taking down things, and yeah, I enjoy using him. And then next on the list we have pretty new champion. You know, everybody seems to love this guy, and his playstyle is really great, and it goes along with huge damage output and utility with his immortal, his immunity to stun when he has his might charges up. So he's a really fun champion. He synergizes super well with Black Panther and Hulk, who I'll be getting to those guys in a little bit. And it's going to be fun to see what this guy's really capable of. I haven't played him for that long, but I'm sure he can do a lot of amazing things that I haven't figured out yet. And then next, we're going to go to one of the champs I just mentioned, Black Panther. So his buff was, in my opinion, really great for him. It matched up the character, like who the character is, to his playstyle really well. I like doing, you know, I like doing the intercepts. I like intercepting off of the specials. It can be a little tricky, but he's really great. Also with his utility. So my 5-star is Sig 200, and he can keep his ability accuracy reduction. He can get 100% with 5 bleeds and being in Panther's Might, and he can keep that going through the whole fight. And then another huge utility is his ability to shrug off debuffs or purify his debuffs. So at Sig 200, he can do that every 1 second. So if you're just playing him, intercepting all the time, you know, he can take a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think. You know, he doesn't have immunity, so you shouldn't be able to take it, but he can just constantly shrug all the debuffs off, especially at a high Sig. So he's in my top 3 for favorite champions. And then next is my number 2, which is Hulk, who is just so much fun to play. You know, I think a lot of people have a hard time worrying about his rage stacks and trying to keep his rage stacks going, which is great if you can keep them going, but if you play him right with his special 2 cycle, you build them all really quick and then go in immortal and just smash down champions. I've been able to do so much with this guy. Things that he shouldn't be able to do, he can do. His sustainability, if you play him right and throw his special cycle in the right timing on cooldown, is second to none pretty much. I did the Summer Pain Mysterio fight. It was almost a 30-minute fight. He took a special 3 in it. He took like 30 hits in it, and he got the solo. So he's gaining a lot of momentum recently, which is great. I really like that people are starting to see that he's a great champion. And then my number 1 is Tigra. Tigra is such a powerful champion. She takes a little bit of time to master, but she can do almost everything. I've done almost all of the big fights in this game with Tigra, and she does them so well. And also the speed that she can take down basically everything in the game is outrageous. Her special 2 damage is insane, and you can use her when you have both senses up. You can basically get to that SP2 over and over again really quickly, because her Huntress sense will give her 10% power each time, so each time she applies a rupture. And that just makes for SP2 after SP2, all of them doing like 150k damage. And then she has her neutralize ability, which shuts down the defender from ever getting any buffs. Now that doesn't work with Mystic Dispersion because the buffs never end, they just don't get activated, so she doesn't get advantage from that. But what she does do is just gain her own Mystic Dispersion type of thing naturally. So she's the funnest champ in my opinion to play. She's super powerful, and she's definitely worth taking the time to learn how to play her. So that's it for my top 10 favorite champions to use. Again, thanks everybody for helping me get to 5K subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.